My name is Vicente Tlatilpa, and I was born and raised here in Santa Rosa. I have a lot of interest, and I want to dab in everything a little bit. So I hope to maybe be some kind of nature photographer to show what's still out there, so people get interest in that. Potentially write about it. Uh, Ultimately, I'd like to retire on my own farm. I want to have an organic operation, completely self-sustainable, and just have that be the rest of my life once I retire. It's kind of funny because it originated with I didn't fit on the paper. I was a little big. I didn't want to scrunch up, and I was like, what am I gonna do? And when I saw it unfinished, I kind of noticed that the shape I made was kind of like the shape of a tree. So I decided that in resemblance to that, and again with my love for nature, um, it's something that I also found that the roots, replacing the roots with my feet, is kind of like putting myself in the position of a tree to where that's what holds me to the ground. I'm like super in love with the organic shape of like spirals, which kind of resembles the tentacles things. I really like the ocean, and octopus are really awesome. The other thing is it's very abstract. It's not just like a normal thing. It kind of turns into something else. And it's just to show my, how do I put it? Like, again, it's in the midsection kind of, and that's like where I feel like passion comes from. And it's my kind of like my love for nature, and most importantly the sea. I feel that your feet is what keeps you on this earth, and I put it on my chest to symbolize, because on my chest is all my vital organs, and most importantly that's where my heart sits. So it's kind of like to show that that's where I'm strongest. Like, I'm stable there. Like, emotionally I tend to be strong. The X on the face is, we were told to put an X where we felt strong. And I feel strong in my emotions, but mentally I think I kind of got myself together. And I also kind of like, in a sense, it's kind of to mask. I usually, I could be really shy sometimes. And it kind of shows that, like the covering of the face with an X. If you notice, the hands and the feet were done in crimson red. And one, it's my favorite color, but it's also the color blood. And the reason I picked that color specifically, a lot of negative feelings are tied to it, but I feel that it's what gives us life. It's a color of life to me. It's a color of passion. So it's one of the reasons I like it. And I wanted to use it to signify that's who I am, because with your hands and feet is the way you communicate to the universe and the world around us. So with that color is the way I want to greet other people. It was a reflection thing kind of for me, because when they first like gave us the task, I was like, well, I'd never really think about it. And it made me think about things about myself that I never really would have thought of in a normal day. I just keep doing what I do, and I wouldn't have gotten that opportunity. It actually makes me really happy to see younger kids, because I didn't have, well, I had a lot, but a place like this didn't exist when I was a kid. I grew up in this neighborhood, and I remember how it used to be, and I'm really glad it's turning out to be the way it is now. And I'm really happy to have been here just to see it from like the early 90s when I was like a little kid to today. It's changed completely. Since I was a little kid, my parents used to take me everywhere. We'd go hiking, we'd go tide pooling, and it's something that's been with me since I was a child. And growing up in Sonoma County, we have plenty to go explore. So it's something that I've had since I was a kid. I grew up in a Catholic house. I'm not very religious, but I am spiritual. Nature and religion go hand in hand. How do I put it? I feel closest to God when I'm out there, and that's another reason why I feel that I like it so much. Because in the perfect silence of nothing is really when you could think, and everything can kind of manifest itself. It's kind of magical, and I feel that that's what God is.